Well, it is time for some spare change. Today we've got the fabulous Monica Crowley and celebrity journalist David Caplan.
He's also fabulous.
He is also fabulous.
Thank you.
We just met, so I'll be the decider on that. First up, it's a $1 million heist times 50 at Brussels Airport in Belgium. This was the scene after 8 heavily armed thieves stole $50 million in uncut diamonds from the cargo hold of a plane on the runway. The diamonds were delivered in an armored Brinks truck, and the robbers are believed to have cut a hole through a security fence and then held the Brinks and airport staff at gunpoint while they ransacked the cargo compartment to steal the diamonds. It only took 3 minutes. Do you think they're going to catch these guys? I mean, I don't even know if that's a question. I mean, I kind of want to know these guys. These sound like movie stars.
This is very Ocean's 11,
I was gonna
right?
say, yeah.
Like, can't you picture it's like George Clooney and they go in with the heist? These guys were real pros. I mean, they had like night vision goggles. They had laser sights. They knew exactly what they were doing. And I have a feeling that those diamonds are no longer in their possession, that they've already gone to the black market.
It's very Jason Bourne-esque. That's what I was thinking when I was seeing this. And the best detail about it is the guns with the laser sights, because you hear that and you totally envision one of those action movies. I mean, I think it's funny after the fact because it was so sort of cinematic and it was this great thing. Luckily, no one was hurt, but to see, and they didn't even just cut a hole in the fence. They like drove through this fence. You're also wondering where's the security there.
This puts that whole Four Seasons thing yesterday. We were talking in the show. I mean, that's nothing.
That was child's play.
Child's play, and nobody was hurt, so it's important to mention that. But they did hold these folks at gunpoint, so this is pretty serious, and they're on the run. Moving on. Okay, remember this famed ad for Grey Poupon mustard? Well, now Grey Poupon is coming back for a revival during the Academy Awards. Kraft hoping to put the fancy mustard back in the spotlight and boost sales. It's airing a 30-second, $1.7 million commercial during Oscar night, but they've put a spin on the old classic. This time, the borrower speeds away with the mustard, setting off a wild car chase, complete with explosions worthy of an action movie. So I turn to you, Mr. David. Do you think that this is going to help boost sales of the spicy mustard?
I don't know if it's going to boost sales, but it's great buzz, and it's great to have sort of a TV commercial that sort of enlists sort of movies and it has this sort of action film drama, because it's the Oscar, of course. It would have been great for the Super Bowl, but I don't know if that's going to get people to really get more mustard. I think being in New York, New Yorkers, we're all about Nathan's mustard.
Oh, okay. Or French's.
French's, you're right. We'll take that.
Is key. But you know what? I think if they had aired this during the Super Bowl, it would have gotten lost because there's so many great ads that run. So running it during the Oscars has a great kind of twist to it in terms of marketing. And I think you're right. I just went to see A Good Day to Die Hard, the latest, which is, David, not such a great movie. But this commercial looks fantastic.
And by the way, if somebody's not familiar with the old commercial, it used to be the butler rolled down, the window rolled down and said, "Excuse me, sir, would you like any Grey Poupon?"
Very English, very proper.
But of course.
But of course. And maybe this means luxury's back. I don't know. Well, next up, a couple says, oh, this is kind of scary. Their mirror has haunted them for years. It's been between them, so they put it up for sale on eBay. They had enough. And they put it up with full disclosure. The couple says since owning the mirror, they've had bad luck, including financial problems and even health issues. They did receive a bid for the asking price of $155. First of all, I'm wondering, how did they pinpoint it to the mirror that was causing all these problems, right?
Maybe that was the only new thing that they introduced into their environment.
Well, it's like, what are they doing before they go to sleep? Because they said when they woke up, well, the guy was like, oh, I had all these red scratches over myself. Right. I woke up with this fear of doom. That, were you drinking? And that's what hallucinogenics do.
Yeah,
like, how do you know it's the mirror?
Why, David, would you want the haunted mirror? Why are you going to bring this upon yourself?
I mean, why are you going to share it with the world? I mean, are you a good person for doing that? Here's evil.
It should like be in a haunted house museum.
I was thinking maybe a Halloween party,
right?
You know, dare you look into the haunted mirror? It could work, I guess.
Best party on the block if you did that for a Halloween party.
Oh my gosh. All right, so here's one that could be very, very exciting. Rocker Robert Plant says he is open to a Led Zeppelin reunion. He said, quote, "I've got nothing to do in 2014. He's just bored. Led Zeppelin last toured in 2007. Do you think this is a real possibility? I feel like, Monica, we've seen a lot of the old rockers come back and say, I want to rock and roll again.
I think it's less about being bored and more about the money, right? I mean, this is a money show. Let's be real. I just went to see the Rolling Stones a couple of months ago at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn.
Thumbs up?
They were fantastic. I've never seen the Rolling Stones live, and it was the best concert of my life. So it doesn't matter how old they are. If they still got it, they got it.
Oh, very nice.
And they make a lot of bread.
You're the celebrity reporter.
I'll believe it when I see it, but you know, the backstory here is that Robert Plant was the one who everyone thought was against the reunion. So all of a sudden, he wants to come out first and say, no, I want to do a reunion. When I bet everyone's like, no, you really don't want to. But he comes out looking like, you know, the good guy and the one who wants to build this team there. So I don't know. We'll see in 2014.
But, you know, these guys make a lot of money when they decide to go back on tour. I mean, the Rolling Stones are making a fortune. And, yeah, they get ribbing, like they're called the Strolling Bones now. But I have to say, they put on a fantastic show, and it was like seeing them 25 years ago. So if Led Zeppelin still thinks they got it, and I'm sure they do, then go for it.
Well, the Rolling Stones played the Super Bowl a couple of years ago, right? And everybody was kind of like, oh, what are these bogeys doing out here? But then this year, they're like, oh, bring them back. They're unbelievable. All right, guys. Well, that's all the money that we've got tonight. Thank you for